There you are, sweet baby angel, and here I am. And I know we just ate not too long ago, but I'm pretty hungry again. So, do you want to go get some dinner and ask some questions that might cause some issues in our relationship? Yes? Okay, let's do it.
You want the trash? I got it all for you. Let's rehash the mess together. A sassy hole that only speaks the truth. Nobody gaslights you better.
Hello, I'm Wilko, the guy who rehashes reality, and welcome to Watch Next Episode. Make sure you have liked this video, give it a thumbs up, it really does help. Subscribe and turn on notifications, and if you really want to help the channel, many people message me and say, how can I support you? There is a button below that says, thanks. You can give me a little super thanks. Got a love heart on it. You can't miss it. And you can also sign up to the Patreon. Patreon.com/watchnextepisode. You've got an app that goes with it. And once you're signed up, you'll get all the trash, mess, and drama for me way before it hits YouTube. We've got a really fun little community and you can join it. There's a bunch of different price tiers, but it really does help. So anything you can do, I really appreciate it. Before anyone comes for me for wearing the same tie in the next 3 videos, that's because I'm still in the mode of recording in bulk because after my little bout with COVID, I had to catch up on Mafs UK Season 7 and we are almost there. So let's do it. This is episode 10.
Richie and I had been intimate and I was talking about what I like or I don't like, and he said that me discussing that was basically me talking about having sex with other people. And he got mad, stomped out the room, and basically ghosted me. Really disappointing that this has happened. We were getting along.
I want to deal with it calmly. Lara just has a blowout. I'm not going to be criticised by somebody who's shouting at me.
Okay, I wasn't there. Neither were USBA. But it kind of feels like we know what happened. Lara was like, hey, just to let you know, I've done this kind of stuff with other people, and this is what I found that I like and I don't like. And Richie was emasculated. Oh, come on, Richie. It's good to know what your partner likes and doesn't like. No one's a mind reader, and I don't know if you know this about Lara. She's got 2 kids, so she's definitely had sex with other people. Oh, sorry to burst your bubble. Richie, I don't know why you're here, but I can almost guarantee that it's not for love.
Obviously, the Tom situation, I think that might cause a bit of friction. Everyone was around George and April's the other night for drinks, and Tom and April went off to the toilet. And then April's come to me and said that Tom's slagging me off behind my back, saying that I'm a snake, two-faced, yet to my face, he's saying how much he loves me.
Oh, sorry, what? Are you saying that performative Tom is two-faced? Shut up, Shanita! I did not expect this. I also love that performative Tom and April, Miss GB, just going to the toilet together. To do what? What are they doing in there? Well, I'm not suggesting a white Christmas, but
I'm pretty sure that someone is going to come for me. The problem is they've underestimated me. No one is raining on my parade. Apparently, I've been slagging Shanita off. I haven't said a word about Shanita. April has slagged Shanita off to me.
But listen to the specifics. Performative Tom has not said anything about Shanita, but maybe he said other things about other people. Sounded like they had a great session in the bathroom, hey? I'm dreaming of a white Christmas.
Don't want to go on my own.
I don't want you to go.
Oh. I'll fly our flag for us.
Don't do
What'd you call
I
it?
wouldn't.
What, Captain Mischief here? I don't think so. She's really not well enough to go to the dinner party tonight, but unfortunately she's just not well enough.
This is so perfect. So the drama that surrounds performative Tom and April. So Shanita heard something and performative Tom said, I didn't say it, April said it. Now April is sick. Well, she could be sick, but it does sound like she has that voice that if she goes out for a bit of a night on the town, it's going to sound that way every time. April, we've all been there before. I used to do it in high school all the time. Say to my mum that I'm sick, and it's because I had to hand in an assignment, which I absolutely had not done.
So I broke the fan, so it would be...
Well,
block, attack, block, attack.
But I'm hoping to avoid like any blockage and any attackage.
No, not blocking because it means I'm like, fuck you.
Remember, they'd see this coming from you.
Say, sorry that you feel that way.
Don't.
Like it's a bit of you, bit of me. I'm learning, I'm growing. I haven't told them to fuck off. Sorry you feel that way. Bye-bye.
I don't know if it's a bit of Adrian. Block, attack, block, attack. Thomas, it doesn't bode well for you that you are expecting such a hostile environment that you would have to block, attack. It suggests to me that maybe you did say some stuff in the bathroom with the White Christmas.
I think someone dislikes me.
Oh!
I don't know. You tell me, Tom.
You tell me.
You're probably the one that's been saying stuff.
Attack!
You haven't come to me with the problem. If I have a problem, I go to the source. I didn't know the problem until yesterday. I'm absolutely heartbroken by it, to be honest with you, Shanisa.
Oh, that's a great technique! Yes, quickly flip it, gaslighty style. I'll tell you what, I am really upset that you are upset with me. It has really upset me that you are upset with me. In fact, I'm heartbroken by it. Where's the rainbow fan when you need it for that block and attack? Just like my uncle says, you can't trust anything with a rainbow on it. I'm joking. I don't think he's homophobic.
Richie's alone.
Oh!
Where's Laura?
Where's your other half, mate? I've no idea.
Oh, Richie looks lost.
I've been on my own for 51 years. I'm doing great.
Oh, this is hurting for him.
Is she coming?
I ain't got a fucking clue, to be honest.
Oh, hello, real Richard. Lovely to meet you. And 2 shillings. Oh, Richie always looks lost. That is his face. Hey, interesting that they didn't even attempt to like go together to make it look like they're okay. I thought that would be the kind of couple that would just like pretend to the end. And Richie's gone in first, which is perfect because that's his way of like, you know, spinning the narrative and making it seem like he is the victim in this situation.
The notion is we dress our attitude. And look at Whitney. She's in a bright yellow.
Yeah.
Then look at Duca. He also has hints of yellow as well. Maybe it's foreshadowing.
Or maybe we're clutching, Paul. I mean, clutching so hard. So they're wearing bits of yellow. You know, that can just mean everything's good. Shit, is that all it takes to be an expert? I could do this. Oh, they're wearing a dark shade of blue today. It's a sad day for our little love lab rat. See, I can do it. I am perplexed by the Whitney and Duca scenario. Nothing confuses me more, sweet baby angel. I don't know who the real villain is out of the two of them. And I've watched a lot of stuff on Duca's stories. Oh, that sounded pesty, didn't it? I've watched an appropriate amount of things on Duca's Instagram, and in a professional way only, unlike the way I look at PJs, and I still can't tell who the real villain is in this season.
Hey.
Of course.
You know, Richie entered the evening with a lot of bravado, right? I don't care where she is. But clearly, he cares if you look at the length and
now he's
intensity of that hug.
I can breathe again. There's work to do, but I know she's here, and that means a lot.
Does it? I don't believe a word out of your mouth, Richie. Maybe put it in song form and I could digest it better. No, wait, please don't. So you went in there and just like Paul said, you had all this bravado and you're like, oh, that chick, her, I'm going to marry someone else. But now that she's here and you're shocked that she's actually here and she hasn't done a runner, you're going to have to change your narrative a little bit. I reckon Richie said more to people and we just didn't get to see it. Show me the tapes, Channel 4.
No, she's not in, is she?
Not the time.
Excuse me, Adrian, I'm not staying away, thank you. I'm very well there. Please leave me alone and don't pick on me.
No, Thomas, you're not doing well. Just the slight mention of Miss GB, and you're like, no, she's not here. He just can't help it. He just cannot help it. And that is the true sign of a sasshole. Boom! Sasshole stamped, guaranteed by Daddy himself. You sweet baby angels know that I love dinner. I love food. And I, more importantly, love the trash mess and drama, which I'm about to gobble up because there's a box on the table and it's got questions.
This is an honesty box. Please, please, please be honest. These questions are designed to cause conflict.
They are not. Just concentrate.
These questions are not designed to cause conflict.
Shanita, butt out of it. Jordan was right the first time. These questions are absolutely there to cause conflict. Does anyone else notice maybe there's a little bit of trouble in paradise? Don't be that person who corrects their partner all the time. No, that's not sexy.
The first question is...
I'm not rolling my eyes, I'm so sorry. Coping mechanism, my eyes just like roll back.
What do you most like or respect about me?
I'm not used to guys who like hold court. I'm used to like a silent man who's on like mute. But I've actually grown to like the fact that you are very talkative, you hold court, you host. I feel like you're trying to make people feel like welcome and happy and comfortable.
Wow!
Oh, Keisha's response is my response, but times that by 10. Wow! The neighbors heard that one. What is happening? You people don't like each other. Why are you trying to make it seem like you are gonna be a thing? I know this is just real perfection when it comes to Mafs. You really are the Tony and Celine of the season. If you don't know who I'm talking about, it's from Married at First Sight AU, and all the details of their relationship are in a song called But You Left. I really covers their whole relationship. Yeah, sure. And we're just meant to buy this. We're meant to gobble it all up that Duca and Whitney are growing.
Do you think we can move beyond friendship?
If I'm speaking honestly, no. If I really want to be with someone, I've got to have that, I fancy the fuck out of them, want to rip their clothes off. I don't have that. It makes me feel like shit saying that, to be honest.
It's not what I wanted. We keep going, we fall down, we get back up.
I don't know if this is just a graze, PJ. I think this is a broken limb. I don't know if you're getting back up from this one. She just said that to you again that she's just not into you, and I find it wild. But I think it has less to do with your looks. And even your personality, really. But it certainly has something to do with your credit score, maybe. She is after that security from a daddy. And maybe you're not that daddy. No, definitely you're not that daddy.
How good do you think I am at compromising?
I think your compromising skills need some work.
What compromising have you done?
Well, the obvious thing is the vegan thing, isn't it?
I don't feel like you've done any compromising
in your relationship at the
I've
moment.
eaten vegan meals for the last 3 days. I've adjusted my whole way of living, and those compromises that I've made, you haven't even realised that I've done.
So having a couple of vegan meals is a massive compromise.
Yeah, it is a massive compromise. I would change my whole way of living for you.
Okay.
But your entire reaction to that isn't enough, and you don't realise how much of a compromise that I've made.
This is a bad pairing. You got someone who loves being a carnivore 24/7 every single meal. And you've got Jenna who doesn't like carnivores. The science is whack in the first place, but this is really f***ed up. We just keep going back to the same well with them every single time. But with both of you, it's always going to be an issue because as humans, we eat a lot.
What have you been trying to say that you feel I haven't heard?
God. Again, it's like back to the fucking vegan.
Okay,
thing.
this is a conversation between me and you.
Obviously, the reasons why I live my life the way I live it. I don't feel like you've asked me those questions. But you don't ask me why I live my life the way I live it. Those conversations haven't been had.
There it is.
I can need a minute,
Told you that there's cracks in your house.
I told you, Whitney, everyone else is just as messed up as we are. Oh, at least Jenna and Zoe like to rip each other's clothes off occasionally. And Paul, and there it is, the problem. Yeah, you knew the problem when you put them together.
What one thing would you change about me and why? Be honest, I can take honesty.
I will. I would change situations in life that have led you to your defences. I would change every one of them. And I'd stand there in front of them and bat them away.
Can I just say I respect you? You've listened and heard me, and I love you as a person. You mean the world to me.
That is the most beautiful thing I think I've ever heard in all of my time on this experiment.
Oh, really? In all of your time, that's the most beautiful thing? What about, but you left? $2 She forgets so quickly. I have to agree though, that is just really sweet. I don't think even the producers knew that Adrian could really sidestep that question and answer it so beautifully. The one thing I would change about you, I would make sure that all of those things that hurt you didn't happen. Well, I know I said I needed a Jose in my life, but I really need an Adrian now. McDonald's fringe and all. Bring him to me. Put him in my life. Their relationship is getting even more confusing for me because they have genuine moments that seem genuine, at least for this show. And then 5 seconds later, we know that, I don't know, they're going to be arguing about something really petty. That probably has nothing to do with their relationship and something that Thomas said to someone else.
How much of a future do you see for this marriage?
I don't think we can answer that right now. We haven't even had a discussion about what happened yesterday.
Are you going to take some responsibility for that, what happened?
I don't know if you want to unpack this in front of a lot of people.
I'm not unpacking it now.
Kind of asking me to.
No, I'm asking you about this question. Can we chat calmly about it?
I would love for us to unpack this tomorrow.
I'm seeing a different side to Richard right now, and I love it for the show. I don't love it for their relationship. Can we speak about it calmly? Or I don't know if that's the way that you're going to get the calm that you want. And I think that's the goal, Richie. I think you wanted her to blow up in front of everybody. You sneaky little bitch.
How would you rate our match?
I'm gonna say 8.
That's quite high, actually.
Yeah. So what's
the 2 that's missing?
So no relationship is a 10. Every relationship's got things to build on.
That's the best fucking response.
What obstacles you feel that we need to overcome?
Sometimes you don't think. That aggravates me because I feel like you're not actually thinking about what you're doing. Sometimes you don't take things as serious as you need to. You've obviously lived alone for a long time, and I think sometimes that shows. So I think that's what worries me in that sense.
You're like a nervous puppy.
A nervous puppy.
In a lovely way.
Sometimes you need a Rottweiler as well as a puppy.
Okay, what? To bite the neighbors? What are you wanting the Rottweiler for? I don't understand. Well, I can kind of see what Shanita is saying. She wants him to be more mature 24/7. But he seems like the kind of guy who doesn't take life too seriously and wants to have fun, and really, if anything gets too serious, he wants to try and bring it back to fun. That could become annoying, but also he probably has to like deflect all the times that you correct him.
Why do you think we haven't been intimate yet?
Because of me. Like for me, finding women and intimacy, not something that's tough. I can get that anywhere. So if I am to go down that road where I'm not 100 about you, I feel like that's a disrespect.
Can I give you my response now?
Go for it, darling.
Oh, I would love to hear your response, and we will in 1 second. So Qween is saying that the only reason that they haven't had sex is because he's not consenting. Essentially, well, thanks too. And as overtly sexual as Keisha is, I don't know if you should really put it like that. The only reason we haven't had sex is because of me. Yeah, because otherwise, I've just been hitting her off with a stick. And then you put it in the context of, if I wanted sex, I could just snap my fingers and make it happen in any form of life, Keisha aside, which also feels gross. I guess women are into it. Women are into the smooth like a baby body.
If we wanted to fuck, we could have fucked. You don't know me, but if you really want to know me, I'm going to tell you how it is. Now, I respect this man hugely. He treats me fucking right. But what I will say is, what I didn't hear Qween say is, he's talking about him, how he feels, whatever. He thinks we haven't had sex because of him. I'm a fucking sexual being. And I'm a strong fucking boss bitch. And no man can sit in front of me and tell me we haven't had sex because of him. It takes 2 to fucking tango. And for a man to sit next to me and say we haven't had sex because of him, are you fucking crazy?
Oh, finally, Kwame's getting some wrath. And I think it's been bubbling under the surface with Keisha for quite some time. I'm sure that there's stuff that we miss in the narrative, but their relationship just seems so, like, platonic doesn't even cover it.
One thing I'm really wanting to speak about is April. You can stand up and say you want world peace, but at the end of the day, you're still a fucking liar.
Is she lying about this scenario, or is she lying about wanting world peace?
She said Shanita was a bitch and that you were feeding information outside of the group. No, just let me finish.
Yeah, sorry.
But my purpose now is to tell you, and I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I have not said that about you. It was April. That is my truth.
That's your truth. Doesn't mean it's the truth. Here's what I think happened, guys. I think they were bitching about a lot of people in that bathroom, and I think maybe April was going a little bit harder on Shanita and what she thought of Shanita, and Thomas was just agreeing. I figured it out. But I do love in every experiment how it becomes less about the relationships at one point or another and more about the drama with everybody. Dom and Olivia.
Shanita.
Apparently, your wife's been chatting shit about me.
Thomas.
No, it's not to do with you, George. No,
Well,
it's not.
to do with my wife.
Nothing to do with you.
She's not here to defend
No,
herself.
no,
I don't know any
no,
fucking detail.
It kind of doesn't end because...
It does end because I will sort it out with Tom now.
Okay.
It does end.
When it comes to
forceful,
Shanita,
George.
I did not say anything about it.
Right.
Okay, but you
I'm
did
going
at
to
the
step
time.
in.
If it's
Oh,
to
Jess
do
was
with
there.
defending April, I'm not listening to it.
There's somebody here that cannot defend themselves. There's a great way of sorting this, and I'm saying tomorrow...
A confrontation
tomorrow-
either. Someone has lied, and my name has been dragged into it, and I've given truth. Now, whether you believe that or not,
Tom,
entirely up to you, my darling.
Let's have this conversation with April.
Exactly.
Okay, all right. So we've stopped it, but we've got so many things to cover. So Jess said that Thomas did say stuff. We've really glazed over that. So was Jess in the bathroom? How does Jess know? Oh, I feel like there's more to this story.
I thought she was a trustworthy friend. Bullshit. Liar. Beauty queen. Fraud.
Wow, this is a bit of a beat up about nothing. What, Thomas was just saying some shit and everyone's surprised that the bitchy gay is going to say some shit? That's what his expertise is. Let's not be surprised by it. What does surprise me is George going full husband, daddy, controlling the situation mode. Is that it for episode 10? All right, I better get working on filming episode 11 for you. Make sure you have liked this video, give it a thumbs up, and comment below with liar, beauty queen, fraud in the comments below. And if you want more Married at First Sight UK, you can catch my mini rehashes and a bunch of goss, including the Love Lab Rats on the podcast, recapped at first sight with my friends Bobcat. The link is below. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.